show you a perfect pork chop, because is it perfect pork chop number 32?
Yeah, my life goal binder, the number 32. Can I make a pork chop decently? Help me.
I can do this! Okay, heads up, pork really is the other white meat. In other words, it's just like chicken in that it's a blank sheet of paper and it needs a little help to get flavor.
Okay.
A pork chop just by itself, not a lot going on. So this is a way to make a ton of flavor in a tiny bit of time. We're gonna get to the actual cooking of the pork chop in 1 second, but we're gonna start by how to top that sucker off and make them taste nice and tasty.
Okay.
So this is a bone-in pork chop that we used here. He's gone about 10, 12 minutes. That's the first tip to a perfect pork chop. Do not overcook the pork chop.
That's what I do, yeah, okay.
Don't do that. 10, 12 minutes, more than enough for even a beautiful rib chop like this.
Okay.
Brown it on both sides. Once you flip it over, you can reduce the heat a little and put a little tin foil tint on it. You see that?
All right.
10, 12 minutes tops. Then he comes out of the hot tub, crank the heat way up, put a splash of stock.
I learned this is called deglazing.
It is deglazing. You want to pick up all the flavor on the bottom.
Yeah.
Good girl. Good girl. We're going to add a little maple syrup, real maple syrup, no corn syrup. Little lemon zest. Some chopped fresh thyme. A little salt and pepper action. And let that rip. Then that'll reduce. You pour it down over the chop, and ooh, you're a gourmet chef. We serve it up with a nice, simple, spicy escarole salad and some smashed potatoes that we kept very figure-friendly. We made these guys with tons of scallion to get flavor and a little bit of stock instead of butter and milk and cream and all that.
Okay.
You could do a little mix-up, too. You could do a splash of milk and a little splash of stock. Over here, this is the way we started the chop. First of all, anytime you're making any meat of any kind, take the chill off. Do not put super cold meat into a super hot pan. The meat will seize up on you and be kind of tough. So you want this guy to be room temperature when he goes into here. That doesn't mean put it on the counter and let it hang out all afternoon.
Right.
That can make you sick in whole other world ways. But, you know, just let it take the chill off a little. Season her up a little bit, salt and pepper.
And you think the bone-in is better, more foolproof?
Exactly. If you're scared, then, you know, you need that bone-in. It'll have a better shot of not overcooking and staying moist for you.
Okay.
Where'd I put my tongs? Left them down here. Then you put the seasoned side down in the pan.
Okay.
And hey, if you're concerned that you haven't let it cook enough and you're just paranoid about it, you can go ahead and grab a paring knife, make a little cut into it, make sure it's cooked all the way through for you. But you want it just cooked through. I would also recommend, you know, just give it a shot the first time. Let it go the full 10, 12 minutes. Let it rest a little bit, like we're letting this guy rest.
Okay. You
should pop a tinfoil tent on him, let the meat rest before you cut into it so all the juices don't run out. If it's not cooked to your desired doneness, you can throw it back in the skillet. I guarantee you, if you leave it in there 10, 12 minutes, you're going to be absolutely fine. So let's put this guy on our dinner plate. You see how that's thickening up as it's reducing there? All of your flavors are concentrating. The natural sugar's doing its thing.
And that can just go full heat.
Yeah, yeah, you just let her rip. And you pour that down over the top. That is one good-looking shot. I know. So there you go, kids. The perfect chop supper.